Protestants, the Catholics, they all appealed to Scripture here. They had a battery of scriptural quotations that they could adduce, seemingly proving geocentrism. I'll put up just a couple examples, all effectively saying the earth shall never be moved. And they can make the same kind of simplistic appeal to a proof text that people will do today in other contexts. They just say, look, it's so clear. It's the evident testimonies of Scripture. It's explicit in the Bible. The earth doesn't move. Not only that, they had the momentum of church tradition and contemporary opinion also on their side. And the view they were defending seems kind of intuitive. It's like, look around. Doesn't look like it's moving. And so you can understand, if you try to get back in their mindset, how this could have made sense to them and how heliocentrism could have seemed so threatening, so worldly, and just so obviously wrong, because it's going against everything that they would appeal to as authoritative. Here's the lesson. Let's not look back on this and say how dumb these people were. We would have probably done the same thing if we were in their time period. The lesson is how easy it is for this to happen to any of us. The legacy of failure with Copernicus stands as a reminder and caution to us about the danger of rejecting genuine scientific advance too quickly when it doesn't fit into our theological framework. Science can sometimes correct our theology, correct our interpretation of Scripture, not because the Scripture is fallible, but because we are fallible in the way we understand it. The task of relating God's two books, general revelation and special revelation, is more complicated than we sometimes realize. May I just say, I don't know how to say this other than just to say it, I'm astounded and dismayed at the arrogance today of people who, they are so confident. They've opened up their Bible in English translation, they've read a passage. They've never studied other ancient literature from that time period. They've not studied ancient Hebrew and Greek. They've not read deeply and widely. They're just reading it in English translation and saying, oh, I know exactly what that means, and now I'm just going to use it as a club to denounce people. The value here is to see how easy it is for us to make mistakes. It's not the fault of Scripture. Scripture is flawless, but we can err in our interpretations, and we need humility. We need more Augustinianism in our approach to the relation of Scripture and science. Sometimes we bring our own questions to the Scripture, and we're expecting it to speak in our categories. And we have to be so humble to say, what is the Scripture's agenda? What are its questions? What is it trying to say? For example, I'll put these 3 verses from the Psalms back up. These verses, it's not their intention to adjudicate between Copernicus and Ptolemy. That's just not what these verses are designed to do, and we can misuse the Scripture so easily. This is something we need to be careful of.